Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer received their new expansion battery well ahead of the estimated delivery window, which was a pleasant surprise. To test it out, our reviewer connected the extra battery to their main power station. The primary unit was already nearly full, while the new one arrived with a partial charge. The initial plan was to top it off using a small propane generator, and after about half an hour of that, the client decided to switch over to solar to conserve fuel. Our reviewer then brought out a large bifacial solar panel, noting that it's quite heavy to move around. Instead of using its designated case as a stand, this client has a clever setup involving 2 folding chairs and a small can of soup. By placing the can on the panel's surface, they can perfectly align it with the sun by adjusting the angle until the can casts no shadow, a simple but effective trick. Over the next couple of hours, the solar panel steadily fed energy into the system, successfully charging the expansion battery up to the preset limit. An interesting observation was that once disconnected from solar, the main power station, having a higher charge, automatically began to transfer its own energy to the new battery to equalize the charge levels between them. It's a crucial detail for potential buyers that this expansion battery has no output ports of its own. It relies entirely on the primary unit to be charged and to deliver power. On its own, it's essentially a very expensive paperweight. Despite this, the reviewer is very happy with the purchase, anticipating that the combined capacity should be enough to run their refrigerators for about a full day during an outage.
Awesome! Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer was incredibly relieved to find this particular expansion battery back in stock. After acquiring 2 of the main power stations some time ago, our reviewer was disappointed to find the corresponding add-on battery was sold out everywhere. There was a genuine concern that the company might have discontinued this model in favor of a newer generation, which would have left their setup incomplete. This client's experience underscores why having a reliable power source is so critical. They found themselves in a serious situation when 2 major hurricanes struck their area in close succession, resulting in a power outage that lasted for 4 full days. It was this power system that truly saved the day. One of the primary units was dedicated to keeping their refrigerator running, while the second was hooked up to a deep freezer. Thanks to this setup, they managed to save all their perishable food, avoiding significant loss and waste. Alongside these, another, even larger power station from the same ecosystem was used to handle other essential needs, proving the system's overall reliability during a crisis. Seeing this expansion battery become available again was the perfect opportunity to complete their preparedness kit. The client immediately ordered 1 unit and was so pleased that they returned shortly after to purchase a second one, finally pairing an extra battery with each of their main stations. Their final piece of advice is a strong endorsement, urging others to invest in this kind of security proactively. As they put it, it's far better to have this sort of backup on hand before an emergency strikes than to find yourself desperately needing it when it's too late. These units are, in their words, true lifesavers.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer was really excited to get this expansion battery to connect it to their solar panels, as they already have a compatible power station from the same company. The initial plan was to augment their existing solar setup with this additional power storage. Unfortunately, there seems to be a significant limitation. This battery expansion doesn't actually have its own solar input. Our reviewer thought they could directly charge it with solar panels, but that's apparently not the case. Instead, it's designed to be charged exclusively through the main power station it's connected to. This client found that the expansion battery wasn't charging from the main power station as expected. This was quite disappointing, since it defeats the purpose of easily expanding their power capacity to use solar energy more efficiently. Hopefully, customer service will be able to shed some light on whether this is a user error, a defect, or simply a misunderstanding of how the system is designed to work. It's a bit of a letdown so far, as the entire point was to increase their solar power storage capabilities. Our reviewer is waiting to hear back from support before drawing any firm conclusions, but the lack of a solar input and the charging issue are definitely concerning.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.